So here in this part 3, we look at where we are in terms of addiction and what are the possible solutions as proposed by Roger McNamee. So addiction is the first problem among young professionals. The data here are 5 hours per day, of which 70-minute video is tremendous. So only on young professional, and that's potentially a huge market for everybody. And this constant notification and all the gimmick around it have one generation completely hooked. The problem about fake news and manipulation is all in all first in the architecture of the whole system. The overall principle that we will accept every content and then we will sort it out. Okay, we will remove the shit from this pile of stuff, and apparently it's not feasible. So you may have Facebook hiring 3,000 new content monitor every month or whatsoever. You may tell your children that the content moderator is the job of the future. That means you will spend your time cleaning the garbage. It is completely stupid, and that shows clearly that the system has been built over his head. So even Yann LeCun, the head of AI for Facebook, is contradicting his boss. Zuckerberg will say to the Senate during the hearing that with the AI he could clean a little bit the fake news, pay attention. And Yann LeCun says, no, AI is not the solution for the curation of illicit content, because the wording, the double meaning, the humor, it's something the computer cannot understand. So Mr. Macron at Vivatech in June 2019 told us American model is broken because it is in the hand of a few conglomerate, and no way they can reform themselves. So that's a team we have developing, which is a transition from 3 internet to 4 internet. And why is that? It is because of the First Amendment. Today you have 3 internet, the Russian, the Chinese, and the Western one. But on the West, and in Europe, we have the RGPD. And even if California has a similar RGPD, in order to make it stuck, they will have to fight a little bit the First Amendment, which is not an easy task. And more important, in Europe, we have a wonderful example with Estonia, where in fact in Estonia, the state is the trustee. The state gives the digital entity to all Estonian, even non-Estonian if you want. And for instance, when you sign a contract using this digital entity, the state of Estonia will guarantee that this is the contract in the blockchain and not the piece of paper you may have on your site. So it's absolutely possible. And the question, do you want to rely on a 30-year-old brilliant guy, Mark Zuckerberg, to deal on your private issue, or you rather give that to the politician at the local level whom you elect, and you can remove them and have a clear and transparent governance? That's what the Estonians are doing, and it's interesting to see we have that as a... So, to summarize, why do we have to reboot the internet? Because it was built on anonymity and distrust. Okay, so I don't know you, I don't trust you, so I need to put a layer to rebuild some structure. And in the everyday life, we live on relationship and trust. I know you, I met you, and I just want to make sure that you are the one at the end of the line, so to speak, in the digital world, and that the government, for instance, guarantees that it is indeed you at the end of the line. So as the state of France gave me my passport, they should give me also my digital identity with the tool which go with it. So the stuff is broken, You remember this very, very famous quote from Mark Zuckerberg and from the Silicon Valley: move fast and break things. Unless you are breaking stuff, you are not moving fast enough. Breaking stuff for 3 billion people, being for people in Neymar or in some remote country where you have people taking for granted what is on a social network. You have some Christchurch incident, and which come more and more frequently. In the US, you have an increase of 60% in suicidal rate among teens, observed between 2009 and 2017. 50% of the election manipulate, lost confidence in democracy, etc., etc. So the damage are humongous. We are not here speaking of a young person receiving an ad at a time he didn't like. We are here witnessing the collapse of our democracy thanks to those tools which are completely uncontrolled and create a new behavior to us. So Roger McNamee has interesting solution. He tried to push, and we'll try to help them push a solution. First is completely forbid any business model based on manipulation. He say, imagine 50 years ago, during the McCarthyism, if we had discovered that some people had helped the Russian win the election. It's obviously those guys will go to the electric chair. So, but more important, manipulation of the people playing with the reflex on the neocortex, all that to make them do something which is not good for them. It's forbidden in other areas like alcohol, like cigarette, where it is highly controlled and regulated. So this thing should be forbidden, or at least highly controlled and regulated. He suggests also that personal data should be treated as part of our own body. You cannot alienate that. You cannot give it to somebody else. It's always yours. You can maybe let it used by somebody else for a given point in time, but it's always yours. And he say also interesting proposal, I think Apple should work on that. Each citizen should be offered a private cloud from the date of his birth through all his life, so he can little by little build all the data he has in there and give access to who he wants on read-only basis. So why does this affect all the brand, and especially those who use the Facebook service? Because we don't know how it will evolve. We don't know if such business model will be used or not. But what we see right now that there are backlash for the employer at those GAFAM company. And tomorrow you can anticipate that same thing, the employer or the employee will backfire at big company who use those algo from Facebook to manipulate their customer like little hamster. So that could backfire. So the question is not if, it's when. And when should you stop using and buying those services? So some company who have a little brand value will say, okay, I will wait to see when it is purely forbidden. But for big company, big brand value, that might be a dangerous game to wait too long to stop this practice.